What's going on, guys? What do we got in the house?
Want to know who we are? Let's start here.
All right. Casual Bass Guy, what's going on, man? All right, he's going to be here in 30 minutes, he said. We got Frack Daddy, what's going on, buddy? I need to watch your video, man. I saw it come up yesterday. Looks like you deep fried a turkey, so I have to watch that. I got the notification. Can't wait to see that video. Raspberry. You're grinding venison. All right, keep your hands clean, buddy. And get all that hair out of that meat. I know how hairy venison can be. Bottle Cap, what's going on, man? How's the weather out in Arizona? El Paso is a muggy mess right now. It's raining, it's cold. It's freaking cold. Is that what they call it now, Russell? Casual Bass Guy, what's going on, man? How are you, buddy? How's fishing up in Kansas? Haven't seen any new videos. Haven't seen you come out with any new videos anyway. Well, hope you're doing good, man. 55 degrees, getting cloudy. Yeah, we have a rainstorm, a big storm that's passing through El Paso right now. Coming down from Mexico and up to El Paso and up to New Mexico. So bringing in snow, not to El Paso, but to northern New Mexico. They're going to get some snow. 50-mile-an-hour winds yesterday. Yeah. You know, when I went up to Kansas, man, you saw my trailer what that hailstorm did, and those winds up in Kansas are crazy. What snow? Frank Davey, you're outside of San Antonio, right? I think an hour south of San Antonio, I think. If I remember that. Nice. Yeah, you got that good weather down there, man. I don't think you guys get any bad weather. You guys might get some rain, a little bit of humidity coming out of San Antonio, but Houston in the house, Texas barbecue guy, man. What's going on? That's a place to get some rain. Houston. Mike Rodriguez, how are you, man? Welcome. Raining now. Yeah, man, it's raining here in El Paso, bro. You know, Houston, hell, Houston from El Paso is probably 10, 11 hours, I think. The drive. Tonight is a night to go live. Josh and Babe. And just piddling live right now. Yeah. You know, I haven't, you'll be heading to El Campo Saturday. Okay, cool, man. You know, I haven't gone live in a while. What's going on, Daniel? Man, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you been? Uvalde, Texas. Doggy, what's going on, my doggy? Man, I haven't gone live in a while, man, and I said, I'm gonna go live. It's been a while. And you know, just been busy with work, you know, the year-end stuff. You know, stuff starts to stack up. We've been really busy at work. And December, you know, it was funny because I was going through my December calendar, and I'm working. So next week I'll be in San Antonio for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then fly back. And then after that, I got 2 weeks worth of work, and then, you know, we got holiday and stuff. So I'll be taking some time off, man. I mean, the year as we know it, 2019 is over. It is over. Dogfather says, "Happy Thanksgiving, barbecue family. Happy Thanksgiving to you, man, Mr. Alton. Thank you. You have to work Thanksgiving. Oh, that sucks, dude. Joe, do I have a Patreon? No, I don't. I don't have a Patreon. I know there's a few people that do have one, but I don't. I think the TV is messing with your autofocus. Not horrible, just something I noticed. Oh, is it my TV in the background? Oh, because of the lighting, probably. Sorry about that, man. Marty, what's going on? You may want to lock in your focus. I don't know how to lock my focus. What if I just turn my TV off? Oh, I think, is that better? Better? Oh yeah, I look good. Look at that. I look sexy. Woo! I'm messing with you guys. Doing smoked beef ribs and brisket for Thanksgiving. That's cool, man. Non-traditional cook. I think a lot of people do that. You know, I think the lighting, it's coming from my glasses. I can see it kind of going back and forth. You got pork belly for tomorrow. Oh, that's cool, man. Mark Michaela, happy Thanksgiving, man. So Marty's doing some pork belly. You know, Marty, I don't know how you're doing it. I think pork belly burnt ends to me are a thing of the past because I went to a place up in Denver, Owl Barbecue, and they smoked their pork belly whole, and I sliced it. I will never have it any other way. That is the way to do it. Smoking it whole. You come here for the live stream. He says he came here for the live stream of the game. That is hilarious. And I just turned it off. Turn off the autofocus on the webcam, bro. It's bouncing. It may be that crappy blue and silver stuff on the wall. I'm on my cell phone. I wouldn't know how to turn off the autofocus. Unless somebody knows how to turn. Somebody Google how to turn off the autofocus on my Note 9. Maybe I'll be able to do it while we're live. Slicing it. Okay, cool, man. That's a good way to do it, buddy. Hello from Tecate, Mexico. There's Rick. What's going on, Rick? Watch. Okay. Yeah, Marty, you know what? It got really tender, so I used my electric knife, which, we're going to talk turkey. I think if you guys are not using an electric knife for your turkey, I would highly recommend that you get one. They're very inexpensive. Todd Short, good evening. Welcome. What am I using on my phone? I'm using my phone camera. Just my regular phone camera, my Galaxy Note 9. Samsung, that's a problem. You sound like an Apple guy, man. Have you ever smoked a whole pork belly? Yes, Mike, that's what we're talking about. That's the best way to do it, man. It's the absolute best that way. James, what's going on, man? James says, what's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? You got to patent that, man. I typically push on hold on the subject using... Maybe I can do it. Hang on. Maybe that locks it in. I just touched my screen. Maybe that'll do it. Looks like it quit bouncing around. Yeah, James is in the house. Welcome, James. Barbecue and Bear, how are you, amigo? Buenas noches. Todd Short says, happy Thanksgiving, Mr. Rick. Joe, which barbecue restaurants did you go to when I was down? I didn't go to any down there, but I did go to this chicken. Man, how do I turn off that autofocus? This is driving me nuts. Maybe it's my glasses. No, it keeps doing it. It's focusing on something else. I don't know. Did somebody Google that? I don't know how to turn off my autofocus. Let me see. Let me see these three dots. If I jump off, microphone, mute microphone, save highlight, share. No, that's not it. We're just gonna roll with it. uh, Russell says somebody's got to figure out this live stream crap. Victory Lane. Marty says the Victory Lane Gold Dust is freaking amazing stuff. It is, man. As a finishing dust, it's pretty damn good. Why is my phone freaking out like that? You know what? It's probably that clock. Let me see. No, it's not the clock. Huh. Let me see. Camera settings, turn off. Turn off what? In my camera settings? Ugh. Hang on, guys. If I jump off, man, I promise you I'll come back. Hang on, let me see. Da-dun-da-dun. Nope. That didn't work. Are we back? Can you guys see me? Okay, good. So all right, let me read some of these questions, guys. So Rick's Barbecue and Specialty says, Brother Joe, question: smoked whole turkey or spatchcock? You know, I like spatchcock because you could really get some rub on the inside, and I think the smoke will hit the cavity of the inside. I think you get a smokier flavor doing it spatchcock. But whole turkeys are cool too. But you do get, I think, a little bit more smoke flavor when you spatchcock because the smoke actually hits the entire inside cavity of the turkey when it's split open. So spatchcocking, if you're doing it for yourself, man, you're not worried about the turkey looking nice and pretty and shiny, spatchcock it, man, all day long. I tried it. Let me see the gallery backyard barbecue in your camera settings. I went to my camera settings and that didn't work. Joe, I've never noticed how beautiful your eyes were. Oh, you're funny, dude. Let me see. Rick's gonna stock up on HEB products. Yeah, man. So, Rick, I think you said you're gonna be driving through El Paso, man. That's awesome, bro. That'll be cool, bro. Chat disconnected. Man, my chat. I don't know what happened to my chat here. Caesar, what's going on, man? I lost connection on my laptop. This is great. Great live stream. All right, sorry guys. I'm gonna just kind of. Your face was super close to the camera. Oh, okay. You know, I'm just gonna read the comments from the camera. I'm turning off my laptop. All right, so let me see. Somebody asked some questions. What about stuffing a turkey in the smoker? What about stuffing a turkey in a smoker? I wouldn't recommend that, man, because you have that raw turkey going into that breading, into the bread. So I wouldn't recommend you do that. I wouldn't recommend stuffing a turkey and smoking it because you have that, you know, that bread's gonna absorb all the blood, all the juices and stuff. Now you can get away with it, but I wouldn't recommend it just because of that reason. You'll eventually cook it out, but you got to figure that bread's going to be absorbing all that blood and juices and stuff, and it's going to take a while for the center to get nice and hot. I know a lot of people do it. If you're doing it in the oven, same thing. I would cook it separate. Um, Nice. Doing a turkey mole. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Man, Joe, mole is my favorite food, bro. So that's one would think that barbecue is my favorite food. It's not. Mole is my favorite food. Man, with some onions, Joe. I don't know if you've had mole with slice some onions kind of thin and put some lemon or not lemon limes, squeeze limes all over it, and eat that. Eat the mole with the limes and the onion. Man, don't eat the limes, but eat the onions. Absolutely the best flavor. So I'm going to be smoking. I've got 6 turkeys that I got to smoke, and 4 turkey breasts that I'm cooking for some people, different people. So I'll be smoking those on my big Yoda Frontiersman tomorrow morning. So they're about 14-pound turkeys. So I'll be pretty busy, but that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Got to wake up early. I'm actually finishing defrosting the turkeys, man. So if you haven't defrosted your turkey, defrost them now. Mine have been defrosting in the fridge for about 4 or 5 days now, but believe it or not, they still have some ice. So I've got them in the cooler right now, with some cold water. All right. Yeah, Mona is the bomb. So, what's my favorite hair care product? No, I use Crew gel, hair gel. 3 turkey breasts and a 17 bone and ham. Gonna be early in the morning. Nice, man. Where do you get large turkey breasts without the bone? Mr. Iowa Hawks. So I found some of those like at your restaurant supply stores. They sell those breasts. They sell them raw and they even sell them cooked. So if you have like a Shamrock Foods or a Restaurant Depot, they'll have the whole breast with it's boneless. Actually, pretty good. All right, so you're doing the Rise Honey Hot Turkey. Hope it'll turn out good. Follow his direction. Matt Yoder's doing really good. I got my boneless turkeys at HEB. Oh, that's cool. I get some killer turkey breasts that are huge and pre-brined. Very nice. Good evening, folks. Jacqueline and Dad, how are you? Yeah, so the breast that I'm doing, they're bone in, which the bone is just the breast bone. It's not like the backbone, so it's not really heavy. So my turkey breasts are probably 9 or 10 pounds right now. They're large, man. They're pretty large. If you figure that the turkeys that I'm smoking are 14 pounds, the breasts alone are about 9 or 10 pounds. So they're a good sized breast. So anybody smoking a turkey in a UDS or maybe a pit barrel cooker or anything like that? You got to be careful if you do it on one of those. You're frying yours. What's going on, Daniel? Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you have the heat deflector plate. Cornish game hens, sides will be cornbread dressing. Ooh, nice. Artichoke heart casserole. Man, that sounds delicious. So one piece of advice, because those UDSs can get kind of hot on the bottom if you're spatchcocking or cooking it whole. If you have that deflector plate on the bottom, cover half of it with foil, okay? Or cut yourself a square or a round circle and put that on top of it. That way you don't burn up your turkey. You see that smoked turkey breast stuffed with prosciutto? I haven't seen that, man. Did you put out a video? Smoking a pre-cooked ham in an offset? Yes. Spiral cut. VDO Pantera, I think it is. Fernando's my roommate, Daniel. So that is my favorite. I don't like cooking a raw ham or smoking a raw ham. I like to get the pre-cooked spiral cut hams, like from Walmart or whatever, and smoke them low. Smoke them at about 225, 250, and bring the internal temperature up. It's already cooked, so you just want to pretty much warm it up. So do it low and slow. And man, that first slice that's on the face of the ham is the best. But I love smoking those pre-cooked spiral hams, man. That is the absolute best. They're already cut. You don't have to use that glaze if you don't want to, but I like to smoke those pre-cooked spiral cut hams. That is the absolute best. Smoke it low and slow. Mike, you're doing yours in the 640. What temp and how long? So, Mike, that's a good question. Let me answer Mike's question, then I'll answer some other questions. So, if you're doing a 15-pound turkey on the YS640 or any pellet smoker, the beautiful thing is that the pellet smokers are extremely accurate. They're deadly accurate. Okay, so make sure you warm it up for 30 minutes before you put your turkey in. Set your temperature at about 275 and let it just smoke. Once your internal temperature gets close, about 140, 150, crank that temperature up to 325, maybe even 350, and get that skin nice and crispy. Put a nice glaze on the outside of it, maybe a little bit of butter, and that's it, man. You'll be set at 275 on a 15-pound turkey. You're probably looking at right at about 5 hours, 30 to 45 minutes a pound. Okay, is the rule of thumb. But because the pellet smokers are so accurate, you can get it done a lot faster. Traditionally, you don't want to smoke a turkey at 225, 250. It's going to take a long time. I mean, you can do that. I'm not saying you can't, but 275 at a minimum for me on any smoker is the way to do it. You don't want to go too high. You don't want to go 350 because you will burn some stuff. You guys have probably seen on social media people slicing up turkeys, and the skin is like black almost. It's so black that it's almost like paper. Well, that's, you're cooking it really hot at that point. So slow it down a little bit. And that's the beautiful thing about a pellet smoker is that you can do it at 275 and then crank it up to 325, 350 and get it nice and brown. And, that's the best way to do it on a pellet smoker anyway. So on my big offset, if you have an offset, I'm cooking it at 275 as well. I'm okay with 275, 300 on my turkey. But I'm getting away from that firebox. I'm not going to put anything anywhere near that firebox. I'm gonna back it out maybe a foot and a half from the firebox. I don't want it to get too hot, and then just let it smoke. So, and I will crank up that temperature. If I'm getting close and I don't have the color on the turkey that I want, I will crank that temperature up to 325 just to finish it off. Let me see. I know I had some questions here. Guys, one piece of advice. Yeah, Oh, okay. You put it on Instagram. Man, I haven't seen that, dude. So Pit Boss goes from 250 to 300. No, oh man. Dance team. So the Pit Boss. I'm trying to think of the Pit Boss. Like the cabinet smoker or like the barrel type. I would, if I were you, I would do it at 300. 250 is a little low. Go ahead and do it at 300. If you're cooking it whole, just be careful with the thighs a little bit. Again, guys, because the thighs have so much fat on them, you can cook them or you can take them up to 180, 190 and still have really good dark meat. Don't worry about that. If I were you on that Pit Boss and you only have that 250 to 300 option, cook it at 300. Yeah, do 300. Okay, do 300. 2 turkey breasts. Oh man, even better, bro. You know what? If I were you, if you're doing a breast and you got time, do it at 250 do it at 250 until your internal temperature is about 140 and then crank that sucker up to 300, maybe even 350. Just so you get a bit smoky flavor. In fact, I did a video on a couple of turkey breasts on my Yoder, and that's what I did. But I think I was at 275 and then I cranked it up to 300, 325. Another piece of advice that I will tell you guys: people like to stick rub in between the skin and the turkey. Me, Christmas around the corner. Sounds like Yoders need to be bought with versatile temp ranges. There you go. There's a Yoder plug. Um, is that a dial? I would think you can do other temps, but those are just markings on it. Yeah. How about using an aluminum pan? All right. That's another great question. Who asked that question? Rick. So, as far as using an aluminum pan, I wouldn't use an aluminum pan to smoke a turkey entirely, because you ever seen a bald man that wears a hat his entire life, take off his hat, he's white from here up? Well, your turkey's going to be opposite of that. Your turkey's going to be nice and tan up here, but white right below the pan. So, and it's not pretty. Okay. And you guys probably have that uncle that wears a cap his entire life. You know, he rolls in a cap and he takes it off and he's dark skinned and he's white from here. So if you do that on a pan, you're not going to get any smoke or any color on the bottom half. Your turkey's going to cook. But what I would recommend is smoke it outside of the pan for at least a couple of hours. Get some color on that meat, okay? And then transfer it onto your foil pan. You don't want to do it the opposite, because as the turkey cooks, it becomes really tender, and you'll pick it up and put it on the grates, and it's going to fall apart on you. So do it backwards. Smoke it maybe 2, maybe 3 hours outside of the foil pan, and then put it back inside the pan. If you're worried about getting your smokers dirty, put the aluminum pan under your smoker. If you're using an offset smoker, Rick, is what I would do, just to catch the dripping so you don't dirty up your smoker. That is a really good question, by the way, because you can end up with a beautiful smoker from the top, from kind of the breast up, but then it'll be really white on the bottom, and the skin will be kind of like chewing gum. rubbery skin. Great question. So yeah, as I was saying, guys, a lot of people like to put rub in between the skin and the meat. I don't do that for 2 reasons. Okay. Number one, turkey's already got a really good flavor as it is. If you want to get flavor down into the turkey itself, inject it, okay, or brine it. I don't recommend you brining more than 10 hours. Okay. People like to brine for 24 hours. Well, you know, you will end up with mashed potato turkey. It's mushy. It'll get mushy on you because that salt really breaks down the turkey. It's not like if it was a steak or anything like that. You know, turkey or poultry in general it'll get mushy. So, you know, 10 hours tops on a good salt brine, salt and sugar, maybe some spices in your brine. But I wouldn't recommend that you put rub in between the skin and the turkey, or the meat itself, because you're separating that skin. And now there are some products out there, they call it meat glue, that if you do that, you can put a little bit on there, and it'll stick back onto the meat. But again, I mean, and it's perfectly healthy, there's nothing wrong with it, but I wouldn't do it. I would just inject and then rub the outside of your turkey, okay, from a good distance, maybe a foot away from your turkey. Get that rub nice and spread out throughout the entire turkey. Don't do these shorter strokes and really close, because you'll end up with blotches of rub. And you guys have all had a piece of meat or a piece of chicken or turkey that's got a blotched piece of rub on it. It's not tasty. Hey Rick, what's going on, man? Let me catch up on some questions here. Would I consider putting soft butter with rub? No, man, I wouldn't. Again, because you're separating that skin from the meat. So, and if you use a knife, it's funny, guys, because you'll use a knife and the skin, as you're slicing, let me get my remotes here just as for demos. So you're slicing, and this is the skin, and this is your turkey meat here. The skin's doing this on the turkey, and you're slicing, and it's going to come right off of it, like falls off. almost like that red stuff that they put on bologna. That red plastic thing on bologna that you got to take off. That's what's going to happen to your skin if you separate it. So I don't like to rub on the inside of that under the skin. People put oranges and onion and garlic, and I mean you can get away with that. But as far as smoking it and you want a good turkey, I wouldn't recommend you put anything under that skin. Just a good injection. That Tony Sacheries, I think it is. He's got some butter Creole injections. That stuff is good. Good stuff. Always been on black. Brining and injecting, Caesar. I think we covered that right now. As far as brining, if you're going to brine, use a good salt mixture with a little bit of sugar. That way it kills the saltiness. Rinse your bird before you smoke it or cook it. That way you get all that salt out of it. I would highly recommend injecting, you know, one or the other. Rick, barbecue with Rick. Man, you got to put out some more videos, bro. That guy's a savage, man. If you guys aren't following Barbecue with Rick, man, that's a strong channel, man. He's got a good barbecue game, I can tell you that. Leg of lamb. Oh my goodness. That sounds delicious, bro. Yes, he is on Instagram, dog. Check him out, man. He takes some really good pictures. Just hit up your channel. Yeah, man. He's got a good channel, guys. Omar, ¿qué pasó? Shot one today. Okay. Randall's what? Man, the Randall's by my office closed down. Who's Randall's, bro? Oh. Tony Sacheries on sale for $1 a bottle with the injector. Ooh, nice. Did you get the Creole one or just the butter one? Okay, Rick, man, we'll look out for those pictures, bro. River City Barbecue, man. What's going on, buddy? Lamb is going to be the first thing I do if you ever get a rotisserie. Like a leg of lamb or a whole lamb? Just got into Chico Town. All right, man, welcome home, brother. Do you have a videos on my spiral cooked hams? No, bro, I haven't. I don't have one. But it's simple, man. You know, get your spiral cut ham, put your smoker at 225, 250, and just let it come up to temperature on the inside. You know, maybe 120, 130 degrees on the inside. Because remember, it's cooked. And it's pork, and remember, pork is safe to eat at 145, so I wouldn't go past that. Tony Sacheries jalapeno butter. Ooh, jalapeno butter, man, that sounds good. Thank you, Jacqueline and Dad. In fact, I'm using that Tony Sacheries Creole injection for the turkeys that I'm smoking tomorrow. No brine. No brine. Just be careful. Don't take it past 165 on your breast. In fact, you can pull it at 160 on the breast. If your thigh is already at 170, 180, pull it, tent it, and let it rest. It's going to come up to 165, maybe even past 165. That way you don't dry up your turkey. But you know what? So it's going to be a challenge to me for me tomorrow because it's going to be windy. It's raining outside. So man, it's not the ideal smoking weather for me. Okay, but I'm going to tackle it, man. I'm going to tackle it. Got to get it done. Get it done. Holy cow! Right, my man. Right, thank you, man. Appreciate that super chat. $20 super chat from my buddy Rye. My clock is wrong. It's showing 8:35. Yeah, it's 7:35. I never went back. Right, thank you, man. Thank you for that. You know what's? Just noticed your clock is wrong. Okay, yeah. So you know, people are looking up turkey videos and stuff, and Rye. I've never seen that video that you did on your what is that smoker that you have, that little offset that you have, Oklahoma Joe's. I saw that video. It's a year old and it popped up on my videos, and I watched the whole thing. It's awesome, right? He used hickory on. It's a year ago. I don't know if it's a year ago today, but it came up on my feed and I watched. I had never seen it before, but he was using hickory on the Oklahoma Joe, and that turkey looked awesome. And I believe his temperatures were right at between 275 and 300, but he said on that video that his temperatures were staying a little bit closer to 300. And I think it was done in 4.5 hours, Rye, if I remember correctly. So yeah, Rye's got a good video out there on that. Rye has an amazing channel. He's pumping out videos left and right. All right, so what'd you say, Rye? It's funny, my top video today is my deviled egg. Really, Rye? That is hilarious. Hey, you know, a lot of people don't do turkey for Thanksgiving. They do non-traditional stuff like deviled eggs. Yeah, I'd never seen that video, right? And it popped up, so I watched it, man. Good video. Using hickory. So you cooking some turkey, right? You smoking turkey for Thanksgiving? What are you doing? You probably have enough leftover turkey to not have to cook turkey, right? Everyone's trying to figure out how to make the appetizers they promised to bring. Yeah, that's exactly it. In fact, I think, right, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think is it your mom's deviled eggs or something like that? If I remember correctly, you got a couple. I think you got 1 or 2 videos on that. Sweet potatoes, deep frying one. Oh, nice. So deep frying one on Friday, oven one tomorrow, and then prime rib. I saw that. I saw you were cooking a prime rib on your pit barrel. Pit barrel cooker, man. That pit barrel, guys, that is a savage cooking machine, man. I think just like every house has a microwave and a toaster oven, every house, yes, it is your mom's recipe. Awesome, man. Every house has a toaster oven. If you don't, you should. And a microwave. Every house needs a pit barrel cooker, man. That is a savage cooker. And I like using the lump charcoal on that thing, man. That's like the Fogo charcoal, guys. That stuff's got some amazing flavor. Anyone who want to bring some Thanksgiving dinner to my office tomorrow? Oh, you got to work, man? That sucks, bro. Got to make sure this great state of Texas has power. Ooh, man. Everyone should have a PBC, right? Easiest smoker to use it is, man. You know, I put a gauge on mine. I put just a regular cheap gauge on the lid because I want to know what the temperatures are doing, and I like to experiment. So I'll take a rod out, or I'll cross the rod, from one hole to the other, and just to kind of see what the temperatures do. So it's pretty neat. You can take out both rods if you want to cook hot and fast. Open up the intake a little bit. Man, that thing's universal. Alton, I didn't know you had a PVC. So Bottle Cap Barbecue said he's buying his brother a PVC. He says he's a rookie. Not a Wookie, a rookie. Yeah, guys, that's a question that I get asked a lot. Hey, I'm new to smoking. What should I get? I always recommend either a pit barrel cooker or a pellet smoker, because the pellet smoker, it takes the thinking away from smoking. Now you just have to prepare your proteins correctly and you'll do fine. But it takes the guessing game and the feeding wood in the fire, does the thinking for you. So I think that'll help you understand barbecue a little bit more. But the pit barrel cooker, man, you just set it and leave it alone. Just don't fill it up too much. He's hairy. He could be a Wookiee. Just bought for $125, brand new. Couldn't pass on the deal. Wow. Yes, absolutely. I love my Gateway. It's big. Those are big. But you know what? I like the Gateway, but that pit barrel cooker, I've cooked ribs. I've done some comparisons early on. I did some comparisons on ribs and different things on the pit barrel versus gateway. Man, that pit barrel, every single time it didn't matter if it was a pork butt or whatever, ribs, everything came out good. Yeah, the gateway's a savage cooker too. It's just bigger. Um, Hit me up if you're interested. Nice. I guess Alton's giving his barbecue stuff away. Chef Johnny in here? Four Seasons barbecue. One thing that I do need to get for my pit barrel cooker, I think they sell an attachment that goes under the charcoal basket. Right now, I'm just using foil paper. I put a piece of foil paper on the bottom, but I think there's an attachment that goes on the bottom of that. I don't have that. I need to get it. I think you can buy it. It's like some kind of attachment. Pork butt, brisket half, chickens, ribs, and my pit barrel. It's awesome. Yeah, Caesar. That pit barrel's a great cooker, man. It's an amazing cooker. I think the barbecue world anyway is accepting pellet smokers a little bit more now too. Pellet smokers used to be a big no-no in a lot of people's minds in the past, but just so easy to use. So easy to use and good flavor. Just get a good one like a Yoder. The ash pan makes it awesome to ash out. Okay. It's a $40. Okay, $40 attachment. The dolly. Yeah, this guy that I follow on Instagram, I saw him doing, I think he hung a turkey in there. And he had it on a wheel dolly that's like a drum dolly. That's neat to wheel around. Because that little black stand I usually just lift it and carry it and put it wherever I need to put it, cover it, whatever. But I like the dolly. As long as it's got locks on the wheels, because on a windy day you'll have that pit barrel cooker on one side of your patio, and you come out and it's on the other side, and the brisket's in the grass, and your dog's going to town on it. Oh man! So make sure that if you get a wheel dolly for your pit barrel or anything, make sure it's got some locks on it. It'll run away on you, especially here in El Paso, man. It's windy. They call Chicago the Windy City, man. That Texas barbecue guy. They have a drum dollies at Harbor Freight for cheap. I'm gonna check that out. In fact, I'm gonna be buying a winch here pretty soon. And I heard Harbor Freight's got a pretty good winch. Have you done full packer on the pit barrel cooker? No, I haven't. I've done flats on them, but not the full packer. It'd have to be a small one. I actually went to Sam's today, or not Sam's, to Costco, and man, the brisket prices are going up again. The brisket is $3.59 a pound for the primed, and it was $3.29 all of last year. Getting ready for a long day tomorrow. I've got 7 turkeys to smoke. Very nice. I've got 6 turkeys and 4 turkey breasts that I'm smoking tomorrow. I'm going to put that Yoder to work. I've got the 10K winch on my Jeep. Works great. Had it for 6 years. Really? Texas barbecue guy, you're talking about the one from Harbor Freight? 16-pound brisket on the pit barrel cooker? I can see that. That sounds really good, man. I can taste it. I can taste a brisket on the pit barrel cooker using some Fogo charcoal. Man, that would be a savage brisket. Cooked a Wagyu brisket 4 hours on it. Nice. What I want to do is get a good Wagyu brisket, like from Midland Meat Company, and just grind it to make a hamburger. They have those dollies on Amazon too. Just search 30-gallon wheel dolly. I'll do that, man. Yeah, I think that drum dolly is a must. And I wish the gateways would have. I wish the gateways had bigger wheels on them too, because they're not. They're kind of easy to roll around, but if you're rolling them out to a street or whatever, like I did some ribs at a company outing last month or 2 months ago, and I wheeled it on the street, and those wheels are small, man. I'm like, they don't roll very well on the street. Ground up Wagyu trimmings, made chili and burgers, brisket burgers on my camp. Oh man, you know what, Alton, that guy in Austin, that makes sausage. He sells brisket burgers. I think they're already pre-made or something like that. Forget his name. His wife is from El Paso. But yeah, that'd be like the cashes on you, Weber. Right, Rick? You know, I posted that on Instagram. So Weber came out with a pellet smoker, right? And there's no exhaust stack on it. And the wheels are tiny. I mean, they're like this. I think the wheels on the gateway are stronger. It's the funniest thing ever. I'm like, what in the world? It's like when you see a guy that, you know, works out and he's big and buff and walks around and he puts shorts on and he's got these little twigs for legs. To me, that's what the Weber looks like. I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about it, but it's kind of funny. Those wheels are kind of funny. Really? In New Jersey? Dance team. Oh, man. You guys have Costco's down there? Try Costco, bro. Texas Sausage Company. That's it. It holds smoke longer? I don't know, man. I think it's like $1,200 or $1,300 or something like that. Costco, BJ's, and Sam's. Okay. Oh man, try Costco, bro. Jacqueline and Dad. Oh man, isn't Jacqueline and Dad the most awesome barbecue YouTube follower? Um, 3 exhaust slits in the back, but you can't adjust them. That's weird. Yes, I still do cater. In fact, I'm starting to get into it now more than ever. $1,200 for the Big Weber. Mr. Homeowner, happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy. Seen that pellet smoker? Yeah, he was on last night, the Barbecue Central show. Which, by the way, guys, if you guys don't watch the Barbecue Central show, search him on YouTube. That's a good show to watch, man. Every Tuesday for 2 hours, he has good guests come on. They talk about barbecue. I try to keep it entertaining. I talk a lot of smack in the chat. You know, hashtag this, hashtag that. It's a lot of fun. Barbecue Central show. So every Tuesday, you will see me on the Barbecue Central show chat on YouTube. Greg Rempe, man, he's an awesome dude. Check him out if you're not subbed to his channel. You forgive it? I'm building my man cave, guys. That's I'm still working on it, so I'm not done, but you know, I'm cleaning it up, man. I got to get rid of all that camping gear up there. So anybody want to drive through El Paso, you know, I'll give you a good deal. My hashtags. Look at that. You guys want to see something? I got some. Whoa. Let me see who this is. Oh yes. Look at Alton. Got ourselves Mr. Emmitt Smith autographed football right here. What you know about that? What you know about the Cowboys, man? I'll show you guys this. Ta-da. What you know about this, Mr. Emmitt Smith autographed football? Don't be hating, man. It's my boys. You know what? Who said that? Mr. Iowa. Dude, he's like talking smack, man. He's talking smack. He's like, dude, you got all that talent on that team. What's the problem? And I agree. I agree with him. I'm ready for a coaching change. Yeah, you go, Jacqueline. Dad, thanks for putting that link there. Don't even. Yeah, hey, it might be next year. I think we'll get into the playoffs. Maybe the first game. Out of the case, warranty is voided. You had one signed with the Dallas Cowboys when I was a kid. It was half brown, half white. Okay. My friend's cousin played for the boys then. Ooh, that's cool, man. Both our seasons come down to the game in Philly. Very true. We'll be playing Philly again. I think regardless of what happens, we'll be playing Philly. You know, one of the biggest mistakes I ever made, but it's the only one in the world. I got a football autographed. If you guys are into NASCAR, now this is an authentic NFL football, but I got 3 NASCAR drivers that signed it. So I got Ryan Newman, Clint Boyer, and Rusty Wallace. The only one in the world, the only football in the world that's signed by 3 NASCAR drivers. And I was there when they signed it. Funny story behind that one. I don't know what I'm doing with an autographed football with NASCAR drivers, but it's the only one in the world, I can tell you that. So maybe some crazy NASCAR fan will buy it from me one of these days. Let me see here. New to grilling with gas. What's the best way to light charcoal? Do you even know? Do you guys even know? Do you guys even know? Best way to light charcoal? Get a charcoal basket, and I use the burner off of my turkey fryer, just a gas burner. I put my charcoal basket on that, light it, leave it on for 2 minutes, and then turn it off until that charcoal catches, till the coals are nice and orange. You're good. I never use charcoal fluid. Don't ever use charcoal fluid because your food will taste just like it. Joey B. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome, Alton. Big Cat 305, man. What's going on, brother? Man, I fell behind on the chat. Can't. NASCAR drivers turned right instead of left and wound up in the football field. Oh, that is awesome. No, man, it's crazy, bro. Look who you are, the real Joey B. So I'll tell you guys how I got that autographed football from 3 NASCAR drivers. So our conference moved from, we were in, where the hell were we? St. Louis? Yeah, we were in St. Louis. And our conference for our company, O'Reilly, moved from St. Louis to Dallas a couple years ago. So you figure, hey, the Cowboys sucked a couple years ago, and it was in January, February. So you figure there'd be some Cowboy players in our conference. So I took a couple of footballs, spent $100 on them or whatever. There's going to be some Dallas Cowboy players there. I'll get some autographs, you know. And actually the first year, there was one NFL player there, and it was Tiki Barber. And I have a Tiki Barber autographed football, if anybody knows a Giants fan. But he was the only one there, and I'm like, really, Tiki Barber, of all people? And I circled the place. You know, those bands playing. They put on a good show for us, O'Reilly does. And then I was watching Tiki Barber from a distance, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to have him sign my football. And I pretended I was a fan just to get his autograph. And, you know, hey, Tiki, what's going on, man? Talked a little bit about his game and all this other stuff. And he signed my football, but I don't know what I'll do with it. It's not worth anything. You know how the Giants fans feel about Tiki Barber. Those of you guys that follow football. They're not fans of Tiki Barber. Use lighter fluid all the time, but no issues. I figure if the winningest man in barbecue can use... Who's the winningest man? Winningest man in barbecue. Arnie text. Arnie text. When Eugene was still there, they did camp. St. Ed's in Austin. Used to hang out. Very nice. Alvin Harper. That's cool. So I went to high school with Billy Davis, Alton. Oh, Myron Mixon. Myron Mixon. Johnny Trigg. You know, all those guys are godfathers to barbecue, man. Tomorrow it's going to be super windy. Thinking of doing the turkey on the Weber instead of the offset. The Weber charcoal most of the time. Offset hickory for heat. Which one? Weber charcoal and hickory for heat. I would do the charcoal and drop a couple of chunks of hickory in there. You know, just to get some of that smoke flavor. I wouldn't use just charcoal by itself because, you know, you're not going to end up with a whole lot of flavor. But you just drop some hickory in there. And, you know, I don't know what kind of Weber you're talking about. If it's a Weber kettle or the Smoky Mountain. Right? Hey, Rick, Bill's a savage, man. If he continues doing what he's doing, he's going to be the winningest man in barbecue here pretty soon. He just bought a trailer. Nice, Joe. Nice, Joe. Pick up the line. Okay. It is. The Weber is a lot more wind resistant. Okay, the Weber kettle. Yeah. I mean, you'll still get wind under the intake, but Eugene, the way they did after they was an obnoxious fan. So yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. You know, and you're right, Alton. You know, it's not easy being a Cowboys fan. It's not, you know, because they're the most popular team in the NFL, hands down. Nobody, if somebody wants to argue that fact, fine, but there's no argument to be had. Okay, they are the most popular team in the NFL, but they're also the most hated team in the NFL because of a lot of fans. I'm a pretty tame Cowboy fan, but I'm very critical about their performance too. I'm their biggest critic. So, you know, I know that our quarterback is Mr. Inaccurate. You know, some games he's on, some games he's off. But you know, to be in the NFL, you can't have those off days. I mean, you look at, and I hate to say this, but you know, you look at the Patriots, and those guys don't miss very much. Okay, they got the refs in their pocket. Okay, but with those two BS calls they call them the Cowboys, but Tom Brady is a savage. That guy is on. He's rarely off. Okay, and as a pro getting paid the money that these guys get paid, you have to be on more than you're off. To be honest with you, they're most overrated. I don't know about overrated. I mean, because I'm a fan. Okay, but there's a lot of fans. There's a lot of Cowboy fans out there. There is. Face it. It is what it is. But I'm a big critic, man. Patriots got the flu. I hope so. Yeah, it's tough, man. I got a Michael Irvin football. I got an Emmitt Smith football. I got a Roger Staubach autograph football. So I'm a big Cowboys fan, man. You guys know that. Difference between Brady or Drew. Yeah. Dude, they got the number one defense, man. Number one offense. And what did Dak throw? A couple hundred yards against the Patriots? Yeah, I think Jason Garrett's done, bro. You know, I don't know if you guys that saw that game as he was leaving as Dak was coming off the field. So they went 3 and out. So Dak's walking off the field. You know, he's pissed off because it was a 3 and out. They didn't do anything. They didn't score, obviously. Jason Garrett stuck his hand out like to give him a high five, and Dak Prescott just walked by him like he ignored him. I was actually watching the replay right now on ESPN. I wanted just to catch that moment again. It was kind of awkward, to be honest with you. So I can tell that there's a little bit of tension between him and the coach too. between Garrett and Dak. Yeah, Patriots might go back in the Super Bowl again. But you know what? They can be beat too. I mean, they're a good team, but they can be beat. Look at the Jets, what they did to the Cowboys and what they did to the Raiders. Jason Garrett, fire Jason Garrett is what I'm saying. Will the Ravens make the Super Bowl? I don't know. They look good. Hey, Josh, what's going on, man? So I saw that, Josh. You challenged, I think, Hungry Hussy on something. I don't know what, a sandwich? I don't know what it was, dude. It was hilarious. Yeah, they do look unstoppable. Texas going to beat the Patriots on Sunday. I don't know about that, Rick. Hey, but it can happen. You're right, Rick. It can happen. And I hope they do. Yeah, I agree with you, Alton. Hungry Hussy is my boy. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking Brady will quit at the end of this year, unless what? Unless they pay him a ton more. You know, Brady still has it, man. You know who's done? I think is Jason Witten for the Cowboys, man. He looked tired against the Patriots. You know that freezing rain that was coming down. He looked tired, man. Poor guy. Dolphins to have undefeated. Hey, the Redskins won their second game this past Sunday too. It was a very interesting. I think the playoff picture is starting to clear up a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow, man. It's a tough game. Tough game tomorrow for sure. What are the odds that the Cowboys lose? Hey, you know, there's one person that I'm worried about that plays for the Bills now, right, Alton? You know who that is. Tamale time. Hey, put some ketchup on those tamales. I'm joking, Omar. James from Avon and Claymont puts ketchup on his tamales, man. I tried it, and it's horrible. It is horrible. Potentially wouldn't be coming to head. Oh man, no, I didn't hear about that. You know, he's got a lot of respect. I don't know about his coaching. I mean, he's a leader. Beasley, yes, Beasley. He's back. He's back to play against the Cowboys. Ketchup on tamales is the best. Really, Cesar? Man, you would say that. Ketchup on tamales, that's gross. It is gross, man. Ketchup belongs on one thing. Maybe two things. Actually, three things. Burgers, hot dogs, and meatloaf. That's it. No. James from Amon and Claymon swears that tamales are good with ketchup, man. I don't know what he's thinking. He'll come around, you think? Okay. Bob Snoops will be no, I don't know, man. Mustard on dogs, not ketchup. Yeah, I agree with that. Especially on corn dogs. Bro, did you see those brisket tamales that what? Man, I'm not seeing your pictures, Alton. James is a smart man. Yeah, I agree, Omar. It must be a South Texas thing, man. Because it's not popular out here, I can tell you that. Barbecue with Rick, I'm smoking 6 turkeys and 4 turkey breasts on my Yoda Frontiersman tomorrow. Mayonnaise on hot man, Rick, don't even go there, bro. Are you kidding, bro? Mayonnaise on hot dogs? Man. Foul ball, buddy. Ketchup is good on KD? What is KD? What the heck is KD? What are the turkeys doing now? My turkeys are still defrosting. They're almost ready. There was just a little bit of ice on the inside. Got rub on them or just... I don't have any rub on them yet. I'm gonna spatchcock one. I had a customer that wants a spatchcock one. I won't rub them until I'm fixing to put them on, because if you put your rub on there, if you do a dry rub, it kind of gets the rub kind of, I don't know, it gets kind of mushy, if that makes any sense. So I won't rub it until I put them in. I am injecting them and rubbing them down with the Victory Lane smoking chicken rubs. That's all I'm putting on them, guys. Smoking chicken rub. Again, the majority of the flavor is going to come from the wood. You put ketchup on ketchup. What the heck is KD? You broke my heart, Frito. I did a rub, then put in the fridge uncovered. Okay, that's cool. Did you see that rub on D? Oh, I can't believe I said that. I'll inject before putting them on. Yeah, I'll do that too. I inject and rub at the same time. Dad Incredible, what's going on, man? Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Rub it right before you put it in. Right, Elton? Dry brine mine sitting in the fridge uncovered. Yeah, dry up that skin. In fact, that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna take them out of the packaging, dry up the skin, leave them in the fridge uncovered, and dry up that skin. Don't put any olive oil or butter. Just put the rub as is. If you want, spray a little bit of just a small spritz of water just on the surface so the rub sticks. But you want to dry up that skin, if that makes any sense. Okay, kind of dry. No, bro, that rub on whatever, Alton. Got him. You're funny, bro. I did olive oil. Okay, so that's fine, Mr. Homeowner. I think you just might get that premature browning by putting oil on the surface. Okay, just an FYI. I'm about to brine with a what? Me Church bird bath. And these nuts rub. I've never tried any of his rubs, man. Never. What about duck fat on the Caesar? I think any oil, butter, I think you'll get premature browning on your skin. So that's why even Rye's video that I talked about earlier, the turkey that he smoked last year on his smoker, he doesn't put any glazes or anything till the end. When you're about 140, 145, go ahead and butter it up. Olive oil, spray duck fat on it, whatever you want to do on it. Just do it towards the end. That way you don't get the... No, it's for you guys. That's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a dark bird. There really isn't. But if you want presentation-wise, do it towards the end. I used a simple glaze, guys. Honey and butter. These nuts. They do have a rub. Me Church has a rub called These Nuts. I've never had. I'm assuming it's some kind of nutty. Maybe it's some kind of pecan or something. I don't know. Rub under the skin. Rub on or under the skin. On the skin, not in between, because you're separating the skin from the turkey. When you go to slice it, that skin's gonna fall off. So now you can put rub under the skin if you want to use a meat glue or something to glue the skin back onto the turkey. You can do that. But again, it's everybody's option. You can do whatever it is you want. But the way I do it is I don't put any rubs under the skin. I don't. Turkey has an amazing flavor on its own. These nuts is good. It's a pecan rib. Okay, I want to do another turkey. Breast stuffed with prosciutto and mozzarella, then bread, panko, and then deep fry it in tallow. Elmer's. Yeah, no, don't use Elmer's. Not that kind of meat glue. I think they're like phosphates or something. I don't know what it is. Meat Church, These Nuts is like honey hog rub. Yeah, it's probably like the Victory Lane pecan, the nutty pecan. Yeah, you too, Dad Incredible. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Yeah, so I don't like putting rub in between the skin and the meat because you're separating that skin. And I think everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people like that skin. They want, because you got to remember that's where you're putting your rubs, and when you're slicing it, that small strip of skin is going to have that good rub. Um, and use an electric knife if you have one. If not, run to the store and get one tonight. All right. Alton says these nuts can be too salty though. Crickets chirping. All right, River City, appreciate you, bud. Yeah, the rub won't get to the skin, but again, inject it. I think injecting is a better option than putting rub under the skin. That's just, again, that's my turkey cracklings. That sounds good. I think was it Popeyes that was selling the deep fried chicken skin or something like that, breaded. Puts the lotion on the turkey before the rub, on the skin before the rub. What about spritzing a bird? Rick's Barbecue and Specialties, plain water, man. But do it from a far distance. Get a good sprayer that's going to have a fine mist, because your rub will slide off. Your rub will come off of the turkey itself. So be careful. Just spritz it from a distance. You know, just a light spritz. Keep that skin moist. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to do a video on the turkeys that I'm doing too. I might. I'm putting a water pen in my smoker. Just to add a little bit more moisture in there. Greg, what's going on, man? You coming up to Rio Doso this weekend? They're getting snow, bro. Smoking tips. Hope everybody has a relaxing Thanksgiving with some awesome food. Enjoy the family and friends. Same to you, man. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, Thanksgiving's cool, man. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving and Christmas are my favorite holidays because it's about family. Black Friday. I can't wait to see the Black Friday deals, man. I'm not looking for anything in particular, but if something jumps out, man, I'll get it if it's a good deal. What's WT? Watching the parade with your kiddo. Having flashbacks on all the slip-ups in the stream last night. Right? Dude, that was crazy, man. When they were talking about that guy from the Bill's Pits or whatever. Man, dude. And you know what? I think Greg Rempe, the host of the show, I think he gets a kick out of me talking smack on there, man. I can tell. I think he likes it because he doesn't tie me out or nothing. So I talk a lot of smack on there. You know, I try to keep it clean, but it's just a bunch of barbecue guys. Cyber Monday. Thanks for the follow, says Mr. Rick. Guys, yeah, catch up with Rick right there, man. Barbecue with Rick. That guy's a savage. Yeah, Rick. So last year, I think I bought my Blackstone from Tractor Supply because they had it for like $100 and some bucks, man. Who's doing 225? Who's doing 275? I'm doing 275, bro. On a pellet smoker, 225, 250 to start, 275, and then crank that sucker up. That's the beauty about cooking on the pellet smoker, man. You can set it at 250 for a couple hours, then crank it up to 275, and then when it's almost ready, crank that sucker up to 325, man. Get that skin nice and crispy. And the pellet smoker is really consistent, really nice, clean smoke. Used to hate the holidays. Oh man, Alton, that's my wife's birthday, man. In fact, I think that's James's wife's birthday too. Oh, that's awesome, man. Your wife looks like a sweetheart, bro. I mean, I only met you guys for a short period in Austin, man, but you guys are awesome. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. That's my wife's birthday, Alton. A Blackstone. You know, Rick, I bought my Blackstone and you know what? I like it, but I don't use it a whole lot. Jimmy Q, what's going on, buddy? Smoked salt. Ooh, very nice. I've seen people smoke salt and whiskey too. They'll put containers of whiskey in there. Um, one thing that what? Lev's doing a turkey on a Blackstone. That is hilarious, dude. Yeah, sorry about your dad there, Alton, man. That sucks, dude. Smoked salt is good. Alton, I hear you, man. My pops passed away December 27th. Oh, man. Anytime during the holidays, man, that sucks, right? I completely understand. So on the if you're gonna smoke stuff like that, like salt and whiskey, you don't want to get it hot. So one thing that I like to do is get your smoking tube, your amazing tube, and like on my Yoder YS640, put it on the far left side and just turn the fan on, just the fan on by itself. Light your smoking tube and let that soft smoke your cheese or whatever. Just a really low smoke, no heat, because you can burn your salt. You can turn your salt brown if you really tried. It doesn't take a long time either. That amazing tube. But just turn the fan on and put the amazing tube next to the fan and let that fan do the work. Two months after your youngest was born. Ooh, man. Oh, man. That sucks, Alton. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm going to grab you something to drink. Hang on, guys. Smoking tubes are great for cheese. Absolutely. That's all right, Alton. Somebody said turkey. Yeah? Greg, I am injecting my turkey with that Tony Chachere's butter Cajun, or it's a Cajun butter injection. Creole butter, I think it is what they call it. Just a little bit on the dark meat, a little bit more on the breast. Oh man, that sucks, dude. Hey, what? Who, dude? Who are you talking about? Oh, sorry to hear that, Vanessa. Man, a lot of dads passed away. That sucks. Sous vide is something I'm not sure I'll ever get into. You'll ever do? Yeah, I'm not an air fryer guy, but I don't know. Maybe one of these days. Who are you talking about, Alton? Who got at me? Nobody did that I know of. Don't tell me D. Man, I knew it, bro. I knew you were up to something. Let me see. What do you say? I think air fryers have gotten large enough. Yeah? Hey, Dino Dan. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving as well, buddy. It fits some fries. Mixing sous vide with smoking produces some awesome stuff. I'm going to text Booger. Oh no. We will delete this video before Booger thinks about watching it. Sweet tater fries and the turkey is being fried. Sweet tater fries and the turkey is being fried. Yum. I went to a store and man, they had a bunch of peanut oil, and I guess turkey frying is still pretty popular, man. I'm sure we'll hear in the news that at least one home burns down. I hope it doesn't happen, but some people put frozen turkeys in there and they drop them in or put too much oil. Man, no thanks. I'll point the desk fan at my deep fryer. Air fried. It's like CJ is a ninja. Yeah, that guy's a savage. I saw him do some sandwiches, some sliders the other night. Yesterday, I think. I watch his videos. I don't always comment on them because I'm not an air fryer guy, but I do watch his just to support his channel, honestly. Did you get one of those cutting boards? No, Alton. No, bro. That's too rich for my blood, bro. Russ did a couple the other day. What was that man? Kenneth. Kenneth is frying a bunch of turkeys today. I don't get why they're frying them today, though. I mean, unless you're making a video, I don't see why you would fry them today. I don't get that whole thing. Joe, get me in a good mood. I just missed my Blackstone. Oh, that sucks. Did you were you staking one out and somebody bought it? There you go. That's the way to do it, Vanessa. That's the right way to do it. You cook turkeys every month? You know, that's funny that people only cook turkeys at Thanksgiving. I mean, why don't people cook turkeys the rest of the year? You know, you can find turkey at pretty much every barbecue place in Texas year round. Do people cut off the fire when they lower the turkey? That would be the smart decision, or the smart thing to do. But I think an even smarter thing is don't overfill your fryer or your turkey fryer. You fried one last week. $7 for a turkey? Yeah. Yeah, what is that chemical that supposedly turkey has that gets people sleepy? If turkey farmers were smart, they'd create a new turkey day in July. Yeah. I did see that. He almost burned down his house too. Because he dropped it. He dropped the brisket into the oil and it splattered. But I think he had the burners off, so good move on his part. Yeah, tryptophan. Buy a bunch of turkeys in January each year. And then what? Last January bought 10. Wow. Yeah, that's. So that's what I did. Vanessa, I bought a bunch of extra breast. You know, they're bone-in breast. So that's what I did. So I got my deep freezer and I got, I don't know, 5 or 6 turkey breasts in there, like for the year. Yeah, tryptophan. That's a funny name for a chemical, whatever it is. Tryptophan. Harry C is a wild dude. Yeah, he experiments a lot. He does a lot of experimenting. Just cooked my last turkey from. Really? Was it still good? I guess so. I mean, it's frozen. As long as you got a good deep freezer, right, Vanessa? Yeah, me too. Bottle cap. Yeah, I think my turkeys are defrosted. What time is it? 7. Man, I've been on for an hour and a half almost. Yeah, just shorten it. Breasts are nourishment. Yes. Very nice. Guys, I'm going to be on for probably another 4 minutes, then I'm going to get off. So if you guys have any questions, last questions, if not, we can just chat for the next 4 minutes. But I got to get these turkeys out of the package, dried up, and back in the fridge. I got to go outside in the rain. Well, actually, not in the rain. It's in my patio, but I got to shovel out all the ash from my smoker and just get ready for tomorrow. Is Dak in for the long haul? I think he is. You're welcome, Caesar. I can't send the video. Uh-oh. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh, that is awesome, bro. I'll have to watch that. You know, he's good, man. Dak is good. No, he's not the problem. He's not. You're right. Is it stuffing or dressing? I think it's stuffing if you stuff it in a turkey, but dressing if you're cooking it outside of the turkey, but we call it stuffing. I never call it dressing. Is like what goes on salads. Salad dressing. I think everybody, I don't want to say everybody, but I think most people call it stuffing. Even though that people don't stuff the turkeys anymore, I think people still call it stuffing. Really, Britt? All stuffing. You don't dress the bird. Dressing. The common denominator in all the years Dallas lose with different QBs and coaches is Jerry Jones. I'm just saying, he says. Yeah, but Jerry Jones is, he's not the one on the field. He's not the one on the field. It's everybody else that's out there. Two different things. Yeah, I agree, Rick. I think it's two different things. Michael E. Michael E. Welcome. Man, the Cowboys jokes are coming out. Todd, you doing the after hours party tonight? Jerry Jones hires yes men, and that ain't gonna work. That's why Johnson bounced. All dressing is, hello Tom, the turkey. I'm gonna smoke you. Where are the Midland briskets at? Renee, I got one Midland brisket left in my deep freezer, man. Guys, that Midland Meat Company is no joke, man. You guys have seen it. You guys seen the tri-tip. You guys have seen the beef ribs. Man, that Midland brisket is unlike anything. And I said it on my videos. It's better than Snake River Farms. I'm not saying that Snake River Farms is bad, but Midland Meat Company has a leg up on Snake River Farms. Trust me on that one. Renee, I got a deal worked out with Midland Meat Company, so I don't pay for the meat. They send it to me at no charge. What's going on with the Spurs? I know, right? Yeah, I'm blessed, man, to have the. Oh, hey, homeowner, man, give me a $20 super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. Fly Eagles, fly. He says. Are you an Eagles fan? Cowboys. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan, and I'm one of their biggest critics too, because I'm a real fan. I don't just talk and talk and talk about my Cowboys being the best because it's not always like that. Your Lakers are finally playing solid ball. Yeah. Appreciate that super chat, man. Thank you very much. That helps. Believe it or not, that helps. You know, I went to Restaurant Depot and I bought some aluminum foil pans. So if you have a Restaurant Depot in your area, sign up. Uh, 50 foil pans for $35. So just, it's, what, I don't know what that math is, but it's under $1. If my math is correct. 70 cents a tray, something like that. 7 times 5 is 35. Yeah, 70 cents for the aluminum foil pans, the big ones. Heck of a deal. My favorite is Jerry Jones. Dolphins. Yes, you guys just bought my foil pans between him and Ryan. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for that. It's not expected but appreciated. I'll tell you that. So, all right, guys, I've been on for an hour and 32 minutes. I'm going to get off and tend to these birds that I got thawing out here. They're ready. I'm just going to take them out of the wrapper, put them on some aluminum pans, not the ones that I bought, but just the aluminum trays, I should say. Put them in my fridge and let the skin dry out. But it's good hanging out with you guys. Haven't done this in a while. I missed you guys. I feel like kind of sitting at the bar with you guys, having a drink, just chatting away. It's always good conversations. You guys always make me laugh and good questions too, man. Jack Lindette says, thanks for the live stream. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Same to you. God bless you. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving to all in the chat. God bless you. Much love. Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. God bless you, man. You guys have an amazing Thanksgiving with your family and friends. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And the biggest piece of advice that I will give you guys before I cut this chat is don't screw it up. See you guys.